Shabbat shalom, one and all. Shabbat shalom, Rachel. How you doing?
Shabbat shalom. I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you. It's been a really, really good week.
It's great.
And here it started to get a little bit chilly, light sweater weather, at least in the evening. So that's nice. Change of seasons also means allergies, of course. So we're all dripping and sneezing a little bit too. But goodness knows there are worse things in the world. So let's give ourselves a bit of a break, a bit of a respite from a hectic and tumultuous week, from the change of seasons and the change of the days to some time out of time, the gift of Shabbat. And we're going to begin with this beautiful Israeli song, Ani Va'ata, me and you.
Ani ve'ata neshane et ha'olam. Ani ve'ata az yavoku var kulam. Amru et ze kodem lefanai ze lo mishaneh. Ani ve'ata neshane et ha'olam. Ani ve'ata nenaseh mehatchala. Yeh lanu ra, ein davar ze lo nora. Amru et ze kodem lefanai ze lo mishaneh. Ani ve'ata neshane et ha'olam. Et ha'olam. Et ha'olam.
You and I will change the world. Let's continue with Yedid Nefesh as we move more deeply into Kabbalat Shabbat.
Yedid nefesh, av harachaman, av harachaman. Neshoch avdecha, el retzonecha, el retzonecha. Yarutz avdecha, kemo ayam, ishtachaveh, el mulad arecha. Yedid nefesh, av harachaman, av harachaman. Neshoch avdecha, el retzonecha, el retzonecha.
I hope you have candles nearby and that you will light them along with us. With 3 circles, whisking away what's difficult, what's tumultuous, what's unhealthy, and gathering in what's lovely, what's peaceful, and what's true.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And Shabbat Shalom. And now it's time for Lecha Dodi.
Yalla la 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 Lecha Dodi. Yalla la 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 Likrat Kala. Yalla la 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 Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekavela. I just did it way too low and I can't keep going unless I fix it. So I'm just going to fix it. And maybe that'll help everyone else sing along as well.
When something's not working.
Yep. Let's try it again. Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Ishmiyanu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. L'shem u'tiferet elitchila. Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Itoreri. Kiva oref umi uri. Shir daveri. Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Oi v'shalom ateret balam. Gam besimcha uvtzola. Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Boi kala. Yalla la 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 lecha dodi. Yalla la 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 likrat kala. Yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekavela. You'll continue with Chatzi Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיידך כל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא Vimeru. Amen.
It's time for the Baruch. So if you are able to rise, would you do so, please? Please have a seat. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. It's now time for the Shema, so if it is your practice, would you please rise?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
Ve'ahavta follows. Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וכשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה, אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים שלום. ברוך אתה, אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ועל ירושלים.
We rise as we are able to for the Amidah, and you know by now our practice is to offer 10 breaths worth of silence. That gives us time to ground ourselves, to fill ourselves with the life force, to think about those we love, or how the problems of the world might get solved, or to open our prayer book and hit pause on the recording and pray each of the prayers in Makbeh HaTfilah, the set order of prayers. The choice is yours. Whatever we choose, we do so together as we begin the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Eli, Eli, shelo yigamer leolam, hachover hayam, rishrush shel hamayim, v'rak hashamayim, tfilat ha'adam, hachover hayam, rishrush shel hamayim, v'rak hashamayim, tfilat ha'adam. Oh Lord, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart.
It's time now for Misha Berach, our prayer for healing, in which we include Daniel Barish, the Callison family, Antoinetta Caputo, Sandra Chin, Marty Citron, Jorge Contreras, Mark Eggleton, David Foreman, Michael Glass, Emily Harris, Deborah Havens, Carl Herman, Nancy Levy, Francine Locks, Nancy Marks, Brittany Maxwell, Jerry Mavernack, Audra Morgan, Juan Quintero, Sue Rubin, Marion Shack, the Sharma family, Jane Sinkin, and Beverly Worthing. Who else? Who else would you like your community to pray for?
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
This week, we observed Veterans Day. And so I'd like to ask you to join me in this Veterans Day prayer written by Alden Solovi. It's there on your screen. Perhaps you will say it along with me. God of compassion, God of dignity and strength. Watch over our veterans in recognition of their loyal service to our nation. Bless them with wholeness and love. Shelter them. Heal their wounds. Comfort their hearts. Grant them peace. God of justice and truth, rock of our lives, bless our veterans, these men and women of courage and valor, with a deep and abiding understanding of our profound gratitude. Protect them and their families from loneliness and want. Grant them lives of joy and bounty. May their dedication and honor be remembered as a blessing from generation to generation. Blessed are you, protector and redeemer, our shield and our stronghold. If you are standing, please be seated. The Jewish world lost an important figure in this last week. Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sacks, he was the chief rabbi of the Commonwealth, based in London, and became a member of the House of Lords as well. An Orthodox Jew, he spoke to Jews all around the world and to people of all faiths and no faiths. When I was rabbi of Beth Shalom in Auckland, New Zealand, of course, we felt a special connection to him as a member of the Commonwealth. But his message rings loud and true. And B'Shem Omro, in his name, I would like to share with you a powerful sermon that he wrote in honor of his passing this week. The deepest question any of us can ask is, who am I? To answer it, we have to go deeper than where do I live or what do I do? The most faithful moment in my life came when I asked myself that question and knew the answer had to be, I am a Jew. This is why. I am a Jew not because I believe that Judaism contains all there is of the human story. I admire other traditions and their contributions to the world. Nor am I a Jew because of anti-Semitism or anti-Zionism. What happens to me does not define who I am. Ours is a people of faith, not fate. Nor is it because I think that Jews are better than others, more intelligent, creative, generous, or successful. It's not Jews who are different, but Judaism. It's not so much what we are, but what we are called on to be. I am a Jew because, being a child of my people, I have heard the call to add my chapter to its unfinished story. I am a stage on its journey, a connecting link between the generations. The dreams and hopes of my ancestors live on in me, and I am the guardian of their trust, now and for the future. I am a Jew because our ancestors were the first to see that the world is driven by a moral purpose, that reality is not a ceaseless war of the elements to be worshipped as gods, nor history a battle in which might is right and power is to be appeased. The Judaic tradition shaped the moral civilization of the West, teaching for the first time that human life is sacred, that the individual may never be sacrificed for the mass, and that rich and poor, great and small, are all equal before God. I am a Jew because I am the moral heir of those who stood at the foot of Mount Sinai and pledged themselves to live by these truths for all time. I am the descendant of countless generations of ancestors who, though sorely tested and bitterly tried, remained faithful to that covenant when they might so easily have defected. I am a Jew because of Shabbat, the world's greatest religious institution, a time in which there is no manipulation of nature or our fellow human beings, in which we come together in freedom and equality to create every week an anticipation of the Messianic age. I am a Jew because our nation, though at times it suffered the deepest poverty, never gave up on its commitment to helping the poor, nor rescuing Jews from other lands, or fighting for justice for the oppressed, and did so without self-congratulation because it was a mitzvah, because a Jew could do no less. I am a Jew because I cherish the Torah, knowing that God is to be found not just in natural forces, but in moral meanings, in words, texts, teachings, and commands. And because Jews, though they lacked all else, never ceased to value education as a sacred task, endowing the individual with dignity and depth. I am a Jew because of our people's passionate faith in freedom, holding that each of us is a moral agent, and that in this lies our unique dignity as human beings. And because Judaism never left its ideals at the level of lofty aspirations, but instead translated them into deeds which we call mitzvot, and in a way which we call the halakha, and thus brought heaven down to earth. I am proud, simply, to be a Jew. I am proud to be part of a people who, though scarred and traumatized, never lost their humor or faith, their ability to laugh at present troubles and still believe in ultimate redemption, who saw human history as a journey and never stopped traveling and searching. I am proud to be part of an age in which my people, ravaged by the worst crime ever to be committed against a people, responded by reviving a land, recovering their sovereignty, rescuing threatened Jews throughout the world, rebuilding Jerusalem, and proving themselves to be as courageous in the pursuit of peace as in defending themselves in war. I am proud that our ancestors refused to be satisfied with premature consolations, and in answer to the question, has the Messiah come? Always answered, not yet. I am proud to belong to the people Israel, whose name means one who wrestles with God and with man and prevails. For though we have loved humanity, we have never stopped wrestling with it, challenging the idols of every age. And though we have loved God with an everlasting love, we have never stopped wrestling with him nor he with us. I admire other civilizations and traditions and believe each has brought something special into the world. Aval zeh shelanu, but this is ours. This is my people, my heritage, my faith. In our uniqueness lies our universality. Though being what we alone are, through being what we alone are, we give to humanity what only we can give. This then is our story, our gift to the next generation. I received it from my parents and they from theirs across great expanses of space and time. There's nothing quite like it. It changed and still challenges the moral imagination of mankind. I want to say to Jews around the world, take it, cherish it, learn to understand and to love it. Carry it, and it will carry you. And may you in turn pass it on to future generations, for you are a member of an eternal people, a letter in their scroll. Let their eternity live on in you. Zichrono livracha. May the memory of Rabbi Jonathan Sachs be a blessing. It truly is. As we mourn his loss, we are also mourning the recent passing of Sandra Prebill, Marion Hopkins, Edith Seidman, Betsy Traum, Elizabeth Korchnoi, and Leslie Shahar. This week we observe Yortzeit, the anniversary of the passing of B. Altman, Edwin Barmack, Maurice Bauer, Abraham Belitz, Regina Blumenthal, Philip Chittenden, Alec Chiswick, Irving Cohen, Marlene Dermer, Nina Gelfand, Sidney Goodfriend, Mildred Green, Frida Lipkin, Lenore Livingston, Rhoda Miller, Irving Packer, Cindy Pisak, Robert Ryder, Samuel Shapiro, Lillian Varnon, and Emil Walker. Who else is in your heart this week? If it is your custom to rise for Kaddish Yatom, please do, as we join together in reciting these words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam ulmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May God comfort all who mourn. Together we say, Amen. We are going to conclude our service this evening with Tefillat Haderech, a prayer for the way.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. blessing. Amen.
Shabbat shalom to you.
Shabbat shalom.